Hello, excuse me. Hello everyone, Xantos here, and welcome to Grand Kingdom. Now, I recently got this game over, I guess, from reserving it from, reserving the game itself from the NISA of America store, and I didn't even realize they were going to give out a free, light demos of the game. And I'm not even sure if you can actually get this or not from the PlayStation Store, but I got this through the email, so I'm not sure whether you can or not. Honestly, I don't see why they wouldn't include that in the store, because there's a lot of stuff in here, but at the same time, I wouldn't see why they even hide it from the public. Also, let people try it out and see if they like it. That being said, I just wanted to get into here for anyone who is actually curious to play this game and wanted to know more about it. I was just going to come on here and just do a quick whether this interests you or not. I might go into a little bit more detailed stuff in here either now or later, but the first thing I wanted to do before I did any of that was just go straight to the battles for anyone who just wants to get a quick look at this. So every day they'll kind of like announce that about you coming back in, and then they're going to show you like your daily progression thing right here. So if you come in every day or every 4 days, you get these daily bonuses that you see on the side there, where it says like Impure Rock, you get that on the first day, and then you get the recovery drops on the 4th day, etc., etc. So it has an initiative as to coming back in here often, basically. This is just a little bit of kind of a description about the game itself, because it's you guys ever played like PlanetSide or anything like that, where it's like kind of strategy based as far as like taking over territory and whatnot? This is kind of what this game is all about. So there's 4 factions. I don't even know how to pronounce some of these. It's like Magian, which is like a magic-based area, EL, which is like a forest-based area, Landrith, which is kind of knights and whatnot, and Valkyria, however you want to say that. It's more like a bunch of Vikings and just roughnecks, basically. So basically all 4 factions there, some can like actually have a treaty and like fight with each other, and some can just like fight all 3 at once if they want to. Looks like we got some... and yeah, another cool thing about this game is that when you have like a lot of characters that are higher level, people can use your character to help them in their battle, and then that the money they spend, to like purchase that character goes directly to you, which is I thought was kind of a cool thing to this game. And so that's what that little report was earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, as you can see here, a bunch of things, and a lot of these games can be very intimidating, like a lot of their customization and their controls and whatnot. And again, I'm just gonna go straight to just doing the battle, just so you guys don't get too turned off by it. Again, these are the kind of war situations, like as to what's going on between the two and how much time is left until you can actually participate in the war and whatnot. Another cool thing about this game is that you can, any troops that you have that aren't in use, you can simply put them in detachment, and what that's going to do is they're going to go into just any random wars, and then they can like gain experience for you as well as money. So if you're not playing, or if you're just like taking a break or something, you can simply put your troops out to fight, and then they'll gather experience for themselves as well as currency for you. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these guys back, because we're gonna need them to actually fight here. Oh, I didn't mean to do the replay. Well, I can go ahead and show you what this is. This will basically kind of show you the replay of your troop against another troop when they were battling by themselves. And that's just basically what this is. I didn't want to get into here because I wanted to kind of explain it as we play it. Instead of just drop you guys right into the middle of the battle like that. So you see I got like 25 experience, 48 gold, and 4 royalties. That's another form of currency. And that just goes straight to the characters, so they level up just from simply mages being away and then coming back and bring them back into play. And so now that I have the characters with me, I can now take them to the dispatch area and actually start going into some of these wars here. So far we're ahead on here. Right now I'm on the field, which is the green symbol there. You see the red and the green on the one on the right. Looks like we're ahead on that one. Kind of in between, but kind of losing that one. And kind of the same thing, kind of in between, but kind of losing that a little bit as well. So, and as you notice, like in each one of the little things here, if I select it, it says like reward information. Now, in each one of these areas, you get rewards based on, you know, how many times you fight or how many times you killed something in that area. And each place that you do kill has their own specific rewards as far as like items that you can like upgrade your gear with, or stuff to make your character a lot better, etc., etc. And we're just going to go ahead and go into one that we're kind of doing here. But as you notice in the hopefully it doesn't cancel out. I wanted to kind of clear it. But as you see up there where it says like until end of war, it gives like a time, you know, obviously that's represents, you know, how long until this match is going to last, until it kind of resets or declares a winner or a loser. But right below that you'll see battles remaining. And now that means you cannot get into here until, or you can only play like 3 battles until you can't do anything anymore. And that resets like once a day, and it only gives you 3 at a time. But this is only like on multiplayer. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure like if you're playing single player, you know, you can play as often as you want. But on here, they kind of limit you as to how often you can play. So we're gonna go right into battle here. Looks like we are ahead. Not by much, but we are ahead a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and try to help out the troops here. Never mind. Looks like it's already ended. Go ahead and see what the next area is. Well, it looks like we've got all these spots now. And this one's for Karen, so we'll go ahead and get into that. Okay, so here, yeah, excuse me. Here's the map. Right now I can go around and put down like cannons or, you know, ballistas or catapults or what have you. And I'm really just doing this at random. Now, what I'm doing right here, these guys aren't going to like be sitting here. This is just kind of a vote to say, you know, it's like, hey, we should have these things here, because everyone is going to be seeing the same thing here, and they're going to kind of pick and see what they want to have in these current areas. So right now, I just kind of put a wall there. I have a cannon here, and when we get into the actual game, you'll see like how these armament, oh my god, I can't say that word, armaments come into play. But yeah, right now it's just kind of like a little game board. So you're on this game board, and we're having to vote, you know, whether to put these pieces in these places that I placed earlier. So once that's been decided, the armaments will be placed. Looks like we got some of the ones that we suggested in there. And so now here is your troop. And within your troop you have 4 characters. Right now I have a warrior, medic, a hunter or archer or whatever, and a mage. Now, this is the thing I was talking about earlier, where you can hire other people to help you. And by doing so, you know, you have more people on your team, and you can also hire people that actually, you know, higher level and whatnot. So you see right there, it says like Vanessa, 620 gold. I can that 620 gold will go to that actual player, because these are all these people right here are actually, you know, real people, characters. They can help or have helped your troop in battle. So we're gonna go ahead and pick this one, medic, just because it's a higher level. And then we'll also pick oh my god, so many medics. Need more archers or warriors and stuff. Let's go with the warrior, I guess. So by doing this, I've now made my, you know, my team of 4 people now 6 people, which will come, you know, obviously in handy in actual battles and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and say dispatch 6 people and bring them to battle. Now there's several things you can do in this game. You can either, you know, stand on your little castle
boss.
here
Winner takes all
and
the
defend it,
prestige.
and then that will raise the you know, the defensive piece of the castle and whatnot. But in order to
If you
actually
can't win
use
with sheer
your
power,
2
use your
characters that
numbers.
we just got, we have to actually advance and actually attack. So we're going to go right now to a castle right here, and this is going to go ahead and trigger an event. So right now, and as you can see, this is also, you know, another player, but it's not going to be in like live combat. It's just their group makeup basically that you'll be fighting. And right now, you see like I'm on the other side here, and I'm going to, instead of like advancing, they have like a bunch of traps set up, so I'm just going to simply just stay in the back line here and let them come to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and guard right here, and then do the same thing with my other warrior and just take guard. So as far as I can, you know, how they can use the abilities and whatnot, if you look on the bottom left, you'll see like side edge, guard, quick kill, you know, guard, obviously guards, side edge is like a little combo of attacks that the warrior can use, and then quick kill, obviously you can heal yourself for like 30% of your health. So again, I'm just going to guard in this beginning part, and just let the enemy team go to me. So you see, he tried to attack me, but I have my guard up, and that little green thing that you saw there was not his health, but his like duration of his guard there. Now I'm I'm now on the medic, which is actually someone else's medic that I'm using, and I'm just going to use acid throw. And as you see right here, there's a little trajectory about from your character to the area that she's going to throw the this ability. And now you have to be pretty careful when you do this, because A, you know, if you look on the red there, you want to make sure that your friendly is not in that area, otherwise you're going to get splashed with acid. B, if you're really close up, if you're like really close up to your friend, like right here, you can actually accidentally hit the acid on that person himself. So it's best to kind of keep your distance and then throw the acid as far away as possible, and that kind of hits your team. But you see right there, I already did hit my guy there, so it took a little damage, or at least took off some of the duration of his guard. Let's go ahead and try that again with my other medic that actually, this is the one I actually have. And hopefully I won't hit my enemy this time. Oh, see, I was too close. I was at medic, I totally forgot about that, so instead of throwing over the other one, I was too close to the other one, so I ended up hitting my other medic instead. So that's what kind of the difficulties with this game is, that you have to be very precise with your aiming and whatnot. Alright, so now I'm on the mage. we have this medic who kind of advanced a little bit too much, so I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that and start taking her out. Now, with mages, they have an interesting ability. Right now I'm going to be using Fire Spell, which is Circle. You'll notice, or if you can notice, there's a little yellow bar right below the character there. And as soon as I start using Fire Spell, you're going to see this little tiny cursor coming up underneath the enemy here. And it's basically what I'm going to do is wait until that cursor gets under the enemy and then just hit circle. And I just keep doing that until I run out of spell or whatever, or until they die. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off. Again, you'll just see the cursor pop up, and that kind of indicates, like, you know, the attack. So as soon as I hit circle, it's going to reset back to the beginning. Then I just hit circle again, then hit, you know, fire that off, etc., etc., etc. Let's go ahead and try it out. So you see, basically, you just wanted to try to get that cursor underneath the teeth of the enemy, and do that over and over again. Now you see the other mage is doing a charge attack there, and I'll explain kind of when it's my turn here again. Okay, so during charge attacks, if any of your characters are in any of these lanes right here that the mage is aiming at, it will do a significant amount of damage to everyone that's in that lane. So right now, the only person in that lane right now is my other mage at the very bottom there. But, however, you can interrupt this attack by simply just hitting him, or hitting her, out of her attack. So we're just going to go ahead and cast our bow on this person. It's the same thing with the mage, where when I use my attacks, I just basically see the cursor on the ground and I just hit it as soon as it goes under the character. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off. And the cursor is going over and over again, and reset at the beginning every time, and you can kind of keep doing that until, you know, they go down. So we did actually a huge amount of damage to the enemy mage there, thanks to their setup. They had explosive barrel there, so I was able to hit that, and that was able to do more damage to them, so I basically used their own defense ability against them. Okay, so right now this tank that I'm playing right now is pretty low on health, so I'm going to go and use his self-heal. So that's going to recover by 20%, not much, that will keep me in the fight. And I'm going to move down and just start working my magic on this character here. Now, this game has it where you can, like, set your own combos, but you know, you're just going to be basically smashing circle over and over again. But playing with other people, you don't know, like, how their combos are set up, but mine has it, like, basically where it's going to do a lot by juggling people in the air, and then as soon as they kind of get too far away, they're going to do a thrust move that does even more damage to people who are further away. But I don't know, like, how this guy did his combo, so I'm just going to be spamming circle when I do it. So I'm going to go ahead, hit circle and start it. Okay, so see, he has something similar to mine where he, like, knocks the person up in the air, and then I timed it a little bit wrong, so I didn't get my last hit in. But if I did land that last hit, I would have done a lot more damage to that character. So the mage went ahead and did another charge attack here, so I'm just going to go ahead and interrupt her again, and probably even kill her, depending on how much damage we do. And I just totally messed up that attack here. Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to take her out. Player grid. Now that's like a chance for you to stay in the fight and get damage like that. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, you can just simply hit L1 within the time limit and you'll heal back up. So right now, this character is really low in health, so I'm going to go ahead and use a healing potion. Hold on, make sure. This. So I did this really close to the character because A, I wanted to kill him, but if you set it to where you're really close to the character there, you can also heal your medic as well. Otherwise, you can just use it as range healing, but I wanted to get the benefit from the healing with my medic as well, so I went ahead and used it for both the warrior and the medic itself. Alright, so now we're going to work our way on this other warrior here and use our acid throw, so I'm just going to take my distance. And since there's no one near me, I can use this without worrying about hurting anyone. So I'm just going to go ahead and just hit circle. And that's going to knock him out of his guard and do a little bit of damage there. Okay. Forgot that the mage is still charging, but we might still be able... Yeah, we should be able to interrupt her. So we're just going to go ahead and use the other mage that we have ability and try to interrupt her casting. And looks like they got a player grit as well, so they're going to be able to stay within the fight still.
You're pretty tough.
Again, that doesn't always happen. It's like, I don't know, maybe like a 30% chance of it going off. During that time, definitely, try to heal your character during that time, or after they get up. Otherwise, they will cook down pretty easily afterwards. Since the mage is pretty low and also charging again, I'm just going to go ahead and finish her off.
Oh
no! Like so. And I'm just going to focus on this guy right here, and we'll see if we can actually time our combo right this time. Yep. Okay, I was slow that time. Let's go ahead and confirm this guy and finish him off. There we go. Now, he actually has a special trait on that warrior. You notice he didn't fly up as high as compared to the other people. What that is just an ability where you train for, and when you use it, it has a it just makes the person weigh more, so they don't go up in the air as much, and kind of messing up on your timing of your circle attacks. So it is our turn again. I don't think I can really, I can't really splash the person there, so I'm just going to splash the hunter here instead. And I don't have to worry about, being attacked as much because now, they're definitely on the run. They don't have their warrior to protect them anymore, and I can simply advance to them here. Although I should still be careful because they can have traps laid out that I can't see or unaware of, and I can accidentally run over them and get hurt. It doesn't do too much damage, but enough to maybe up to 10 or 20%, hard to guess. But it's best to avoid as much as possible. So as you saw there, you have a chance if the other enemy team is really low in health to get an assist point. And you know what all that does is basically just allows one of your characters to actually finish the job of the other ones, which you'll see right here. So while the mage wasn't able to kill her, the medic was able to finish her off with a fire. What do you call it? Acid. Alright, so now it's just one person left, and we're just going to start focusing straight on him. Guy has a poison status there. Now, also forgot to mention, if you look at the character's hit point, which is next to his little profile there, and you look right above that, there's a little shoe. Now, what that shoe represents is your movement, your movement. And so you can't just run from one side to the other. You actually have to stop as soon as that runs out, and then you just basically stay in one spot. So this guy wasn't able to get very far. Forgot to guard the other one, but he'll be fine. Now that will take points not only with like going left or right or trying to direct yourself or whatnot, but it also will take points from simply switching lanes as well. Again, I got another 6 points, so I can go and finish this guy off right there, and that will be the first match. We'll get a little bit of experience from that. We'll actually get 2 people leveled up.
I have the power!
Okay, so these stats, it's a little confusing, and I think I understand most of them. Some are kind of like out of my knowledge as far as like agility. But strength, obviously, that's going to like increase your physical attack. So anyone that uses physical, like warriors or rogues, or anyone that just simply uses like anything other than magic, this will increase their attack. Stamina, this is how much damage you can take from the enemy team that's regarding like physical damage. Magic, again, is the same thing like stamina, but instead of physical attacks, you take less damage from magic attacks. Spirit, hold on a second. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Magic. Sorry, I messed that up. Magic is just like strength, where it will do more damage if you have. Hold on a second. Oh my god, I've been putting that in the wrong spot there. Damn it. Whatever. My warrior has a little bit of magic power, even though he doesn't need it. Okay. Anyways, stamina affects physical damage resistance. Magic affects magic attack power, so your mage or whatnot will want to have a lot of points into this to be able to do a lot more damage. Spirit affects magic damage resistance, so just like stamina, you take less damage from magic spells the more points you have here. Technique is like how much experience you can get from each one of these battles. And this one I'm a little confused about. Agility affects quickness and move gauge recovery rate. Now, I'm not sure, like I'm pretty sure, the move gauge obviously having them be able to get from like point A to point B and having enough points to, get there before it runs out. But it says, I would think, it would like give you more of a bar, but this just says recovery rate, so I don't know if that means that they can get into the fight faster, or, like be able to get their turn a lot quicker, or what exactly. I'm still kind of confused with how agility works exactly. Vitality, again, another thing I was kind of confused about, because it affects action gauge recovery rate. So it's, in fact, to the device I was talking about, like action gauge, you have 2 gauges, the movement gauge and you have the action gauge. The movement gauge, obviously being able to like move left and right. The action gauge being able to, do a lot of attacks in one turn. But again, I don't know if that like increases the, how many times you can actually use it, or if it actually increases the bar of the gauges. If it increases the bar, then that would be great, but again, I don't know exactly what it's for. You know what? Now I'd have to like kind of get a control before I actually start adding agility or vitality to figure out what they do exactly. Constitution just increases your maximum health. And then finally, support affects like how many points a unit has to set support skills. Support skills, again, I was talking about earlier with one of the people who had a heavier body, basically, and I wasn't able to like knock him in the air. That was one of their support skills. So by simply just putting points into here, this will allow you to do other secondary stuff or passive abilities for your character. I believe that's the only way you can really. You probably actually get a little bit of support when you level up, But if you wanted to get more and you want to have more support skills and be able to do more passive ability things, you would want to put points into here. So we're going to go ahead, okay, finish up that. I just wanted to raise his magic resistance, basically, with him.
My talent scares even me.
With him, I just want to go ahead and increase his hit points. He's pretty weak sometimes, and whenever like anyone even looks at him, he just freaking drops like a, like a bag of bricks. I want to put 1 point into technique though for experience gain. You know what? Let's take 1 more point out of that. And let's put it into vitality. Okay. And it looks like the guy there will be able to learn parry from that level up there. Okay, so now we're going to be going into the next battle here. But before that, I'm going to go ahead and restore hit points to my players here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the healing that I have in my inventory. And that'll increase everyone's hit points at the same time by 30%. And that should be good enough, and with that we'll go ahead and get into the next battle here. Now the more successive battles that you do in a row, the more damage that you will do to your keep or to their keep, and the more defense you can do for your keep. Looks like we're just going to go ahead and get here. Looks like they won't be doing that much damage to me, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm thinking about coming up behind him because I can break through his shields by just simply coming up behind him here. The only thing wrong with that is that he'll be exposed to the other 3 people behind him. But I'm going to go ahead and do just that and just do some break his guard immediately and just start doing some damage. So you see with that guy, he flew up a lot higher compared to the last thing that I fought, and that's because he didn't have the passive ability, which made him like a lot heavier. It's gonna be able to, looks like we might be able to finish off the leader. Now when you do finish off the leader, that will debuff the enemy team, or the rest of them, and you can simply just, steamroll them right after that.
I'll handle this!
Now they don't have either a leader or anything to protect them with, so they are totally exposed right now. And it should be a pretty quick fight on this one. Looks like the medic is putting down a lot of damage or magic boost if anyone, your team or the enemy team walks on top of those little areas there, they will increase their damage output. So we're going to go ahead and start edging our way forward here. And can't go too far. Now the mage, what she's doing right here is putting down flame traps. And if you just simply walk into one of those flame traps, you'll take a little bit of damage. I don't really find it that useful unless you want to just totally block off the enemies, tank from their support people. But, it doesn't do that much damage. You can just simply walk through it and not really worry about it too much. I don't really see the purpose of even using it, really. Okay. Think about just focusing my attention on the hero here. Now you can actually pull it off and keep messing up my abilities. You can actually move the people out of position there and move them more towards on your side instead of hit them right behind them. Fortunately, that's what I was trying to do earlier, but I did get him like left a little bit, but then I started pushing him the other way instead. Okay. Just continue just to focus on the... You know what? Hold on. yeah, let's go ahead and use leg break on the medic here. So simply slow her down as long as it actually procs, but it doesn't look like it's going to slow her down. She's going to be able to do just as much as she was before. And, oh, going to get hit by a spirit trap, but so will the enemy team as well. Just going to go straight into a block there. And just continue to advance. Avoid any traps. There we go. So you see, basically, whenever you do that uppercut, you have to kind of time it before you smash it again. Otherwise, you're going to miss. The medic again is just throwing out a bunch of poison, and just like the fire, if you simply walk over it, you will be poisoned. But I went ahead and got a bunch of abilities that will hit me from the poison. Unfortunately, this character... no. Maybe she was poisoned too. Back a little bit here, but I'm going to have to clear with my acid here. There we go. It looks like I'll get a assist, so I can go ahead and finish off that medic and continue on clearing out the rest of the team here. It is my medic's turn again. And let's just go ahead and work our magic here. I wouldn't have been able to really kill the mage there because he was just out of my sight. If I could have gone up one, then right behind the other soldier, and most likely hit him in the process. And I think the medic put a damage spell right here, and she did. So I'm gonna go and pick that up and do a little bit more damage to this mage over here. And I'll be able to finish her off pretty quick. It looks like the hunter is going to resist on himself and use his sniping, which does a lot of damage in a very straightforward approach like that. And I could finish off the archer here, but I kind of wanted to heal up my medic that he just did damage to, and not waste any healing potions after the game, but let's just go ahead and finish it. There we go. And it looks like Anna just learned a quick heal mastery up. Again, I'm not really sure what mastery represents. I'm guessing it just makes it more powerful. Because the quick heal is something that she already has. So I'm assuming that's what it's for. It just makes it more powerful. We won't get any levels, but we do get a little bit of experience there. Again, my medic is pretty low on health, so we will have to use a couple of items to get her back up. So we'll go ahead and restore hit points before we go into the next match. And that should be good enough. We'll go ahead and do the next battle and finish up this succession here. So again, this one has like a barrel, so I gotta be careful because he might also have spike traps. But that's alright, we'll go ahead and let him extend like that, and I'm just gonna simply stand back here and use guard and just let them come to me because I don't want to get hit by the traps or whatnot. Now the medic right there just put a bunch of resistance zones and other stuff. Now what's interesting about the resist zone is the fact that not only does it affect their party, but also the enemy's party as well. So say for example that you have a team that consists mostly of mages, then you would probably want to do the resist zone for that, because if you have a bunch of mages, then the resist. Actually, I'm not sure if the resist zone affects magic or physical. But let's just say you had a bunch of magic, and the other team only has like one magic or something. You can simply put the resist zone up, and it won't help them as much, but it'll help you a lot because you'll have that resistance. It's like simply, and that's the only reason I can think why you would just want to use something like that, where it could be brought for everyone, not just yourself. I'm afraid to do the poison, so I'm just gonna go, or not the poison, the acid, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stay right there. And just kind of position myself, I guess. Looks like the leader is going to charge her ability there, and again, we can simply stop that by just coming up and start using our magic on them, or any attack whatsoever. And as you notice there, none of my attacks actually hit the mage because the tank on their side has a special ability where if he simply just guards, it will protect anyone within his range. So all those attacks that I was focusing on the mage there was actually going to the tank instead. But still, I need to interrupt her because she's still in attack mode there. There we go. Now she's interrupted. And she's going to do it again, this time really up close and personal. Looks like the tank will break my guard there, and also put up a barrier for the mage as well, so I got to be careful and start taking out this guard here before we can start working on the mage. Now, you see like how I was able to break through his guard so quickly. The reason for that is because if you do, just a guard by itself, then you can do a lot more damage absorption. But if you do a attack into a guard, then it's not going to do as much guarding. You can probably get like 1 or 2 blocks off, but after that it's going to be broken through pretty easily. So now that the leader doesn't have any protection here, I'm just going to wail on her here. And it looks like we will get an assist here, so we'll go ahead and see if we can finish off the leader here. We will. So now they don't have a leader, so they're going to take a debuff because of that.
Thanks, man.
Looks like the medic killed her friend there. And we're gonna go ahead and let that be that. I'm trying to get some distance here so I don't. Again, it's kind of hard to do the acid because you really don't know if that's gonna hit your team or not. You can see right there, it looks like obviously it'll go over your teammate here, and I'll go ahead and do this as an example. I'll go ahead and throw the acid. I can guarantee you it's going to hit my tank instead. Oh, it actually goes over them. More often than not, though, if you're even that close, you sometimes hit your person that you're behind rather than your intended target. Just got lucky that time. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, when you're playing the mage or the archer, you can move your magic on the different lanes here, like so. And since the warrior is closer to me, I can go ahead and just go select the top lane, even though that my mage is on the bottom lane here. So I'm going to go ahead and focus my attention to the warrior here. He's going to take a lot of damage. Archer's gonna put resist on everyone. And break my guard there, but that's alright. We are really doing fine. Let's go ahead and pull my Archer back here a bit and see if we can focus our sights on the warrior here. It's still kind of out of my range, or too close to my range, I should say. So, but I don't know, we might miss, but let's go ahead and see what happens here. Just have to mash circle a lot just to get all those attacks right off the beginning there like that.
Damn it!
Yeah, that hits another spare trap. Another reason, you know, never to like engage in some of these defensive battles because they do have traps set for you. Messed up my timing of my attack there, but that's alright. Again, go ahead and buff up her team. Even though they're really low in health, I would definitely would have done some healing myself. And she is right next to the barrel here, so I can pretty much finish her off. Even if the barrel wasn't there, I probably would have been able to finish her off. So let's go ahead and do that. Apparently I totally missed her and just focused my attack straight on the barrel there, so totally need to do that. But let's go ahead and try that again. There we go. Now we're just focusing on the last person here, which is the Archer. And one thing is with the Archer, you can't really do damage to people who are really close up and personal, except for like one special attack. But it has limits to it. And, you know, you can probably use like 1 or 2 times before it runs out on you. So it's best to use it to like kill people quick or to, you know, for anyone that's up close and personal like this. But, you know, honestly, Archers could kill a lot better further away from the target than they are. Alright. So we are able to do all 3 battles successfully, so that's going to do some good damage to the castle here. But it looks like the operation did end here. Let's see who won here. Looks like we will be the victor. And that's just going to give you like a lot of gold as well as royals. Again, you know, royals being the currency. You notice that there's like a little tiny thing next to the golden royals. If you look at the rewards, kind of in the middle, you'll see gold 520 or 5,120 gold times 124%. What that 124% is, and which I'll kind of show later, is basically if you do like a little quest or something, you can raise that, making it where you get more gold and more royals as you do missions like this. Same thing with the reputation. You see the influence at 180 plus or times 115%. Again, that's from one of the perks or something for what do you call them? Like quests that you can do in order to like raise that. I'll show you here in a bit here. And yeah, not sure what this is exactly, or maybe hold on. The obviously the S through F represent the ranks, and I guess actually I don't know what this represents really. I'm just gonna hit next. There's still a lot of things in this game I don't have a full grasp on yet. Again, you know, being an NIS game, it can be pretty complicated and pretty intimidating sometimes. But you know, the more you play, the more you understand it, the more fun you'll have. So again, I'm going to go ahead and show you the that quest thing that I was talking about earlier. You simply go to Policy and go to View Contract Status. No, I'm sorry. Check Policy, sorry. This will show you the kind of quests you can do. And right now I got like 4 in this one, 4 in that one, 5 on this one. And by, you know, simply raising this will raise the percentage of like how much gold or how much experience, or I'm sorry, how much gold, how much honor, or how much, you know, rewards you get from a mission. And training. So yeah, how much experience you get as well. And in order to do that, you just simply read the little description right below on the thing there where it says like complete one quest. And obviously what you do, you just go into the quest, which is the single player, which is not open on the light version, and you do one quick quest and you get that point, and you come in here and hit X to get that policy, and you get another little point for your training bonus. Same thing with the reward board. The reward bonus. Oh my god. If you use like filled items during the quest 2 times, then you get another policy point. And that's basically all there is to these. You just basically play the game and you eventually get that. Now, if you ever find something where the policies are just ridiculous and you don't really like them, you can just simply change the objectives and that will reset everything, including the progression for all 3 of these here. But we're going to just leave these alone right now, though. Hire member, this is if you want to like add more people to your team or create more troops and whatnot. Again, this is the light version, so you only have 4 characters to choose from, even though I believe there's like maybe 20 classes that you can play in total. And it's just like Disgaea. I'll actually go ahead and show you. Where you go in and hire, and then you can choose your class or whatnot, and then you can put points into their stats and whatnot. So let's go ahead and pick one that we can actually pick. There we go. So we can pick this witch here. And you can actually do a little customization, like skin color, the outfits that they're wearing, their hair color, faces, and even their voices.
My turn now.
And if you really like the voice and you think it's too high or too low, you can simply change the pitch of it.
My turn now. My turn now.
Just like so. And you hit OK, and then you can go in here and spend your points into whatever you want. And then you hit OK, and then you have your character. And so that's just, you know, just a lot like this guy. Simply select your character, select the, you know, the abilities and whatnot. And just like this guy as well, if you get the scrolls that will increase the aptitude of your character, it will raise the aptitude, but it will start you back to 1 again. So you should only do that if you have a good, strong team, so you can actually help raise the other character's level like that if you want to actually, you know, raise the aptitude. And the way to do that, you would go to like train here, and then you would go to class up, and then you would select the character that you want to raise that skill on, and you do agility scroll or whatever. And see, right now my agility is right now E, but if I put this agility scroll on it, that will switch it up to D, which will be a lot more, which will be a lot better, obviously. But again, if you do use this, this will reset your character back to level 0. And you can only actually use this until you're level 20. Which we're only 11 right now, so it's going to be a while before I can even start to use something like that. Learn skill. Obviously, if you get a spell or an ability from the shop or from a quest or from a reward or whatever, you can come in here and you can put that skill onto that character. Now you see I have one here for heal potion, and that heal potion represents like actually came from this medic right here. You can, if you're high enough level and you want to create like another medic, but she has a spell or an ability that's a lot better, or that you won't be able to get until you're higher level, you can simply hit this create grand, I don't know how to pronounce this word, Grimoire, and what that will do will create that skill that that this certain character has, and give it to another medic class. You cannot give this to other classes though. It has to be another medic or it has to be another tank, depending on who learned that skill. And let's see. Again, shop is just like a shop, like any other shop. It'll start off with like a low-level swords, spears and whatnot, but as you level up, they will add more better gear in here. As you play more and as you get more experience, like when you first play, you'll just have steel longsword, and then when you hit like level 6, and the Shamshir will come up, and you can use that to increase your attack more, etc., etc., etc. Grimoires, like we were talking about before, you can use this to let people learn different skills and whatnot. The poison proof, the paralyzed proof, and all this other stuff. Here again, here's the heavy weight, front soldier, and item search. If you take these, let's go ahead and just do one for example. Don't know what I need. Guess we can do item search. Now, all these are like support skills or passive abilities, basically. I got like 4 of them into poison proof because there's been a lot of poison at the early games. And I wanted to make my characters as efficient as possible, and simply just having a poison proof will just keep them from getting poison, which is a lot of people's abilities right now at this early game. So that's something you definitely want for the beginning, is go ahead and get a bunch of poison proof and put all that on your characters as a passive ability, just so you don't have to worry about that extra poison damage. All of these are main abilities, so quick regen, quick heal, all these can be used for every character. So I can put quick heal on a tank, I can put a quick heal on a mage, what have you, or I can put a provoke on a medic for whatever reason. As well as signal flare, again, you can put this on any of your characters. Right now we're just going to go ahead and do item searches to kind of show you how this works. So we're going to get out of here. Now, in order to get to the party menu, it's kind of confusing because you're like, on the left here, you don't see where the hell your party information is. Well, that's because the party menu is up there on the top right where you see party menu main triangle. So you just simply hit triangle, and that will load up your party. Now from here, just like again with this guy, you can set up your equipment, your skills, formation, your members, status, etc., etc. We'll go ahead and go into skills here, and let's go to our medic because she has so much support. Oh, sorry, forgot. You first have to learn it, then you can actually equip it with your character. So sorry, we have to go back and train. We have to go to learn skill. We go to the person that we want to learn this item with, which is going to be item search, which is a passive ability. So now she knows item search. So we're going to go back into the party menu, which is triangle again. We go to skills. We go to our medic. And we scroll down to the support slot. And we just put in item search. Now you see there, like right below item search, there's a thing that says SP, that's your support. And right now she has 20, so we have enough to be able to put this in there. Now we have both poison proof and item search, so whenever we're in a battle, we have these two passive abilities on, which is not being able to get poisoned, And this also, the other one like increases chances of items to drop by 5%. Which can be pretty good, especially if you're doing a bunch of quests and you need someone to, you need to get like a bunch of items from that or something. With our warrior, we did a lot with him. Actually, can I? Yeah, we can do heavyweight now. So with the warrior, we have a bunch of passive abilities. One being auto guard. Again, remember me seeing me attack, and then he would like automatically go into a guard move after I finish my attack, and so that's what this passive ability does. You attack, and then as soon as your attack is over, you go into guard automatically. Poison proof, again, that just keeps you from getting poisoned. Front soldier, this is really good for when you're trying to heal your soldier, because with a medic, if you throw a health potion at the soldier, he will respond to it and then look towards the medic, and that can be bad sometimes because you want the defense on the other way, and if he's looking towards your team, you want him to look the other way. So that's what front soldier is for. This will prevent him from looking back in case if your team accidentally hits him, or if you use a health potion on him and he looks back and you don't figure out like who healed him, is he's going to be focusing straight forward throughout the fight. And then heavyweight, that's just gonna like kind of keep him from being launched into the air as much, which will really interrupt a lot of people's attacks and whatnot. So those are like his his support or his passive abilities. Then of course here's like the little combo thing that I was talking about earlier, where you can like set up the how you want your combos to be triggered. So right now I have mine as side edge to a blade uppercut. So it's gonna like hit them once, and then it's gonna knock them up in the air, and then the high slash is gonna hit them while they're up in the air. And sword pierce is like if they're too far away, then the sword pierce is gonna be able to close that range and even do more damage because they're further away from where you are. So this is kind of like the combo I have set up right now, which I find pretty effective right now. And then you can do sub as well, so you can do like guard, or you can do like self heal or quick regen or what have you. Right now I have it as quick heal. The quick regen can be pretty good too. I could also do provoke, but right now, not until my character has a lot more stamina and hit points and magic resistance that I'll be wanting to use that, because right now I'd rather have the heals than provoking the enemy team at this point. Once I do have like a huge damage mitigation, then I'll probably switch that over to provoke. And again, you get these abilities and whatnot whenever you level up. You get the passive abilities most likely from shops or rewards, quests and stuff. That's pretty much it. I mean, if you want to, you can go into the status of your character. This will kind of show like when they were made, where they're from, etc. Just really, if you're into that kind of thing, then here it is. You can also see what their ranking is for each one of their techniques or aptitude or whatnot. Again, if you want to change out your equipment, you can do so. Now, if you notice with the equipment here, there's like a little tiny slot right underneath each one of them. Now, what these slots are is just like basically like Diablo or any other game where you can add gems to your armor and whatnot. Just like this, you can just select your weapon or whatnot, and then you can add a shard or a gem to make your armor a lot better. One thing that's good about this game is that, say that you got another weapon, but you didn't want to switch out all your shards, you can simply just select your other weapon, and it will just put the your shards into the new weapon without having to removing these and then putting in putting them into the new weapon or item. So that's pretty much it for their character development and the play style and whatnot. And again, the policy, I think we covered all of that. The hiring the member, check policy. New contracts and says, okay, with this is if you want to like create a alliance with a nation. There's 4 kingdoms, and you can like choose which side to fight with. And of course, there's 4 factions, and you can like pick one of the 4. So if you want to be like on the underdog side, then you can go ahead and pick your underdog. I just went ahead and went with the ones that interest me the most, and I went with the fail, or however you pronounce that. And you see in the contract period, you can either go with them for 1 war, 2 wars, or 3 wars, up to 5 wars. And the higher, or how long you have your contract for, the higher the bonuses you get for that. So if you do 5 wars, then you can have like a bigger bonus with territory and time bonus as well, which will be a lot more beneficial for you the longer you are with that war. But keep in mind, if you're in there for like 5 wars and your team is just getting dominated, then you're just gonna have to stick through it until your contract is fulfilled. So that pretty much explains everything in policy. Again, you guys pretty much understand the shop, buy, sell, etc., very basic stuff. Objects. Okay, objects are items that you can put into the battlefield when you're like on defending. So again, we were talking about the spear trap, which you want to be careful with. You can simply, grab some of these spear traps, and you can put it into your team formation. Actually, let's go ahead and kind of show you how this works exactly. So I'm just going to create like a little strategy for my guys here. So I'm just going to get like 2 spear traps, 2 arrow shields, and a wooden box, and or wooden barrel, and I'll show you like how that works exactly. Do I need this? Yeah, that's good enough. So we'll go ahead and buy all these. And we'll go into the party menu. And we'll go to formation. And we'll go to defense formation. And from here, I can place, I hit square for menu, then you can hit the object placement, and pick your, let's go with the spear trap, so you can put your trap right there, and then you can put the other spear trap right there. So now whenever the enemy team comes over on your side, and they get hit by that spear trap, they're going to take a little damage. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more customization here. Just going to move these guys back. So I can actually make some room for the other things as well. For the arrow shield. So you can put these arrow shields up. Oh, I guess you can only put up to 4 items at a time. Let's go ahead and remove. I guess we could keep it. Yeah, we'll keep it. But let's go ahead and move this trap up here like that. That way you have a nice safe passage right below, and we know those 2 traps are there. And anyone that needs to get behind the arrow shield can simply do that right there. And so, the basic strategy for this would just let the team come to you and let them get hit by the spear traps, and then you'll have a lot nice defense as well set up right here. And that's kind of like how that works. So we'll go ahead and save this formation. Oh, just kind of escape out. There we go. And so that's kind of like how the little structures and stuff work. But again, that will only come up when you're in defensive mode. So if you're in a in a war or a match or whatever, if you're, you know, defending your tower or defending your castle or whatnot, that will only show up then and there. If you go out and actually attack people, that will not show up for you. And again, I think that pretty much covers everything. Let's go ahead and get back into the war here. Again, these little reports are just showing you like how much time is left in those areas to do the matches. We'll go ahead and actually get into another match right now. We'll continue doing this one. So it looks like the control. So we'll go ahead and get back to it. Because, again, we're trying to go for the reward right there. But, again, we need to have, get, you know, 7 more kills in order to get the reward. So we're going to keep on going through here until we get our 7 kills and get, so we can actually get our reward here. So, we pretty much already own this area, so we are simply just defending off any invaders. And we'll go ahead and pick our troop again. Yeah, we'll go ahead and set up another, get some more help from other people's players here. So we'll go ahead and grab another tank. I always like to have a lot of melee characters. And actually a mage would be pretty nice too. Tanking the mage. That should be pretty good. And I'll go and dispatch. And we're just gonna go straight into one of their.
Let's turn this around and turn us a profit too.
Looks like we'll fight someone on the way there. Oh god, they're freaking 13. Okay. We are gonna have to hold our position here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and block right here. And let them come to us. Oops. This guy has his controls different, so where before, you know, you hit triangle to do card with my character, this guy has his card in the other window here, so I have to hold down R1 and then square in order to guard. So again, we're just going to let them come to us. They have a, looks like a nice defense over here, and I do not want to be stepping in any trap with this bad. Oh, that kind of helps me. She put a poison right behind her warrior there. If I can knock him into that, that will poison him.
I'm sorry.
And let's see, let's go ahead again, just stand in the back and let them come to us. Go ahead and do a fire spell. Move back here a little bit more. Right now. Yeah, that works. We'll do some more damage to him. Go ahead and do that again. And I gotta be somewhat careful because he's pretty close to my other warrior, and I don't want to honestly do any damage to my warrior friend here. Yep, that might be a little bit too bad. Yep, I totally messed that up already. We're going to actually make something happen with the other character. Yeah, we're just going to have to focus our attention on the medic back there. And as you see, I was able to kind of like pull her towards my people a little bit more by just simply hitting the fire button when it's coming up behind her. And that's kind of like, you know, gets her out of position where I would be able to do a lot more to her. Now you have, again, the mage is charging up here, so I'm just going to head and use my blind snipe to do a lot of damage up close and personal preserve here. That will stop her from doing her attack. That'll do a lot of damage to her as well. But kind of got my archer out of place a little bit here, but hopefully he'll be fine. So you'll notice that all of a sudden there was like a red and it said ally support. Sometimes in the game you can select a ability that can help your other team within the fight. I'll show you a little bit more of that after we finish this. But right now there's going to be an artillery strike to where those guys were at the moment ago there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this guy more in the area of that. And actually it might be able to finish him off right here. Oh, see, that's the... you really don't want to put a on a board like that, otherwise it's going to obviously freaking miss. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose or what, but that was just a huge disadvantage for me. He is in fire right now, but I can go ahead and walk into it and take a little bit of damage to see if I can finish him off. So you want to have more of a low attack than a high attack when see if we can get the acid thrown on these two girls here. We'll get on one. And the brush should be coming here pretty soon. I might actually place that medic down. Okay, there's this support that we got earlier. So they're going to do damage here. Pretty good amount of damage, actually. It's going to do a lot to the mage. Or, I'm sorry, the leader. It is a mage. Never mind. Never mind. And let's just see if we can finish her off here. We'll be able to. Last off is this person, or this medic here, and it's a little too close for my archer. So I'm going to go ahead and switch positions with this tank here. And just focus on the other archer instead. There we go.
Go!
And again, you saw there, he used poison shot on me, and that's again why I made all my characters poison proof, because I did not want to take any poison damage. Now I don't know if they put poison. Now this guy's setup is so confusing. Total guard. I don't know if the character that I hired actually has poison proof as well. So I'm just gonna attack him. But finish off the other medic. And then work our way to the archer as well. Let's see if we can finish him off. Yeah. That's right there. So you saw I just walked right through that poison without care in the world, because again, all my characters are poison proof. Let's go ahead and knock this archer off this little here. I guess if they're standing on something, you can't knock them off, unfortunately. But we will finish them off there. And we'll get 2 levels out of that.
I did it!
And thinking concentration some more for my medic, and maybe magic attack. I'm thinking instead maybe spirit magic damage resistance instead. You know what? No. Let's do all in stamina. Wait, hold on. Now let's actually go ahead and put into her speed. Being able to, I'm assuming that the action gauge, or these two abilities affect the action gauge length, so I'm able to like run further with this up like that. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Compliment
Her.
me.
So mage, I think about just going again and boost her magic as much as possible. Doesn't seem to be targeted as much as she used to before I started putting into her constitution. But I think she's been fine now. Or I could do action gauge instead, which will allow me to do a lot more attacks at one time, if I'm understanding that correctly. So let's go ahead and do that for her. And that'll be it. And it looks like we were able to take the castle down and take that out, but it looks like they also got a castle of ours back there. And right there you saw it got strengthened again. That's for anyone that stays back and just simply fight on top of the castle. They can simply upgrade them and make them more powerful by just simply fighting on top of it instead of engaging into the battle. So to the little support thing that we saw earlier, if you hit square, this little menu will come up, which is the operations menu. With this, you can see your troops condition, you can see use skills, and this is what the that support that we got earlier came from. If you go to use skills and come to here, you'll see that list of skills that you can use to help out yourself or your other team that's also fighting in this area. And if you look on the left, you'll see the amount of TP you have, which is 3 right now. But each one of them has their own specific abilities, like set up camp. If you have like 6, then you can simply use that, and that will restore all your team's hit points up to full. So you don't have to use like any items like that. And again, some of these I'm not too familiar with, still pretty niche came. Battle marker marks the point of the previous battle and warps to that space. Kind of interesting. Could be useful if I'm overextended or something. The playfield, but I don't think see that happening really. And backstep marks your path and warps to a random space you pass 2 to 5 turns ago. Again, I don't see that really helping me in this match. It might be good in like single player with quests and stuff, but on here, not so much. And again, camp out, we already saw that. But you will get like some people who have the abilities to like call down damage spells that will help everyone within the vicinity, or you can do an ability that will heal your friends. Also, so if you use your TP to cast that spell, it will help anyone within that area, and it will heal them in battle as long as they stand in their correct positions. So that's where that came from. I'm going to go ahead and use recovery drops real quick on my team here. Get everyone up and healed fully. I haven't really done some of this stuff before. Okay, I'm guessing if anyone was near me there, they would be able to see that message. Okay, some other basic stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and get back into the battle here.
The Allied fort!
Let's see if we can take this fort out. First match is going to be the level 9, which shouldn't be too hard. Again, I'm just going to let them come to me, so I'm just going to guard right here. I just find it easier to have an enemy team to come to my position than it is to go to their position. Because it kind of puts them out of position a little bit, make it easier to capitalize on that. So we're going to guard both of our tanks right here, and that's going to make the AI approach and try to do some damage to me. But again, as you can see, you know, that greatly put the warrior there out of position. So now, you know, I can take advantage of that. I wish I could just move some of these characters out of the way. Like again, I'm afraid if I use my acid right here, it's going to knock into my mage friend. Again, you know, it looks like it's going overhead, but more often than not, it will end up hitting them instead. Let's just see if our luck is any good. Oh, yeah, just knocked right in the back of her head there.
I'm
doing
sorry.
half the damage, which is really, really bad. But we should be able to get her out of harm's way and put herself heal all the characters. As long as she doesn't drop right here. Oh god. Nope. He's gonna kill me. Okay. Again, that's kind of the pros and cons of the acid ability. I'm just gonna go focus our attention on their medic. I find it a lot easier to take the medic out first and then their leader or any of their other players.
Right there.
So we'll do just that. I need something shorter, which is a poison shot. There we go. And we'll also poison their other archer as well. So now, as you see there, I got nice support from the allied team, so if I stand in this area, I'm going to get healed up. Right now, though, I'm just going to go ahead and focus my attention to the leader now, since the medic is down. Quite a bit of damage to him there. And second, continue that. The other warrior that we got here. Never mind. He didn't have much active skills there, so he's going to go straight. He did heal himself up, so he's going to be back to full health here. And we'll use acid throw more safe there. Do a lot of damage to their archer. Here comes the healing rain. So by simply staying in that area, I will get my health back. It's also going to heal the enemy team as well, unfortunately. That's alright. We still have the advantage. Again, the mage is into her charge effect, so I need to interrupt that as soon as possible. So. Right. So, again, I got guarded by my friend up there, so she did not take any of that damage there, fortunately. We'll go ahead and finish up the archer. And again, I really don't see the purpose of ever using this like that. I mean, it's a nuisance more than anything, it's not really threatening. Finish her off here. Luckily that high attack actually hit him that time. Holy crap, that guy had a lot of power there. Jesus Christ, he could attack the
Pretty
stage.
tough.
Wow, this one... Actually, I keep hitting the wrong button, I believe. That attack. Anyways, let's go ahead and heal our mage right here and get back to the fight.
That was close.
And let's go ahead and back up here. Do some fire spells on him.
Crap.
Go back here a little bit more. There we go. So right there, I was just mashing circle over and over again because he was so close to the gauge there. Now, since my mage did die, she's not going to get any experience with this. But we can.
is what
She will
perfection
go
looks
back
like.
up in here in a second, and I can heal her once I do that. Looks like my archer did level up here, so let's go ahead and put points into vitality. And I'm hoping that's just makes it where I can attack more often or it does more attacks. Looks like the operation has ended. And looks like we will win this match as well. Again, we get a bunch of gold and royals, especially with those bonuses that we got from the policies. And when you come back here, all your characters are fully healed and whatnot, so you don't have to worry about getting them back up or healed or anything like that. Alright. And let's go ahead and get back. Oh, looks like we did finish up a policy here, so let's go ahead and check it out and go ahead and learn it, or get the bonus from it. So I got one from that one from that one. Now, one of the policies for this one is the finish up a quest item. And again, we can't do the quest item because the game is currently in the light version, so we can only do multiplayer at this moment. So I'm going to go ahead and change objectives here. And hopefully get something that I can actually do. Again, can't do that because monsters are only in quest or in single player right now. So again, I can't do anything with that one. But these other two I should be able to do without single player mode. And with that, let's go ahead and use our last battle and finish up the area that we've been working on. So we'll go and dispatch. Go back to our area here. As you can see, I still need 5 more kills in order to get the reward from it. Then we'll go ahead and join the operation. And we'll select our troop. Go ahead and select ooh, that guy's freaking 17. Jeez. And a 16 as well. Damn. Although he looks like he's grayed out for some reason. Can I not pick him? Yeah. In order to pick this guy, I have to be level 12 apparently, so we'll go ahead and get the 16 guy at least. And let's go ahead and see what else we can select here. Let's go ahead and do another archer. And again, by just simply selecting these characters, you know, you spend money on it, but that money goes to the actual person who owns these characters, which I always think is pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and get into the match here.
Let's get out of this stalemate and
we'll
seize
make our way
victory.
to the first fortress here. Looks like our first match will be a level 6, which shouldn't be too intimidating. Trying to guard this guy here. And move my guy up close and we'll guard him as well. Actually, might be able to take advantage of the back here and come up behind the middle. There we go. And that is his leader too. Again, I can't really use my medic's acid throw, otherwise I risk hitting my team here. So we're just gonna avoid that and just hit X to end that turn for her. Looks like the enemy medic threw a passive at me though, and it somehow didn't affect her team. And it looks like the mage is charging up, and again I want to interrupt that as quickly as possible. So we'll do just that.
Oh, no.
So now she's interrupted. Looks like the archer will do some damage to his leader there, which I am grateful for. I could pull back and try to take the leader out, but I'm thinking about just focusing my sights on the medic. Now let's go back. Let's see. Although the leader right now is kind of in a tight spot. No, we should be fine. We should be fine. Check this out. There we go. Now he's down. Now the enemy team is going to get the buff because of it. Again, the mage is charging right in front of my character here, but we're interrupted. Finding out him on friend lane.
Oh, no.
There we go.
What did you say?
I was afraid it was going to be like out of my reach there. I was able to get one hit in at least. We can go ahead and quick kill our warrior here. Back up. Back in there. Medic. One hit in right now. We did use some of our action ability in order to heal ourselves. And we just have to end our turn right there. Should do acid throw, but fortunately we have our guard up, so it's just not going to do any damage to us. And again, let's go ahead and focus our attention on the medic. Oh! I didn't think she was going up here like this time. Nice. I guess our warrior friend is able to do a lot of damage. And this should be pretty much game right here. Off his last sniper, or archer, or whatever you want to call it. And we got his six, so we can go ahead and finish him off here and now. Now looks like our warrior does get some.
Let me handle this.
A level there. Again, let's just go ahead and put it into Spirit, which will increase our damage resistance against magic. Again, I just want to make my warrior as hard to kill as possible. That way I can like eventually get them to provoke, which will taunt everyone around him. I don't want to do that now because, you know, I want to actually make him a lot more harder to kill. And I think we're good with health, so I'm going to go ahead and continue this battle here. Looks like we're facing 13 this time. I'm going to move our tank up. And go straight into the guard. Looks like their tank is going to start with a quick freezing, which is going to make it can't attack as much as he normally would have been able to. And I'm going to go ahead and attack him now. Good hit on him there. So it looks like the medic will heal him back up to full. Starting back to where we were before. And we should be able to throw this acid over without worrying about him getting hit that time. And we're just going to move our mage friend up and we're just going to do some fire. Seeing if I can down him as quickly as possible. Again, if I can just down the warrior, then it's like easy pickings after that. Oh, forgot to take out the mage for such a spell. That's alright, looks like we'll be able to take out the warrior at least. But yeah, we'll be fine. Just interrupt with our other archer that we have. There we go. Again, their warrior is down, so it's pretty much just gonna be steamrolling down here in a bit. Finish off the leader, which will debuff the remaining people here. Again, I gotta get used to other people's combo sets, otherwise I'm gonna keep this like that. And let's see if we can massive throw on this person without affecting our own warrior here. We'll kind of knock him out of guard, but at least we did most of the damage to him and not us. And I got careful with the fire to my own warrior, but we'll be able to avoid it and hit him. So, I mean, well, I got way too close. Way too close. Let's go ahead and poison him instead. And yeah, it should be pretty much game over right after the next selection here. Looks like he will get the attack speed bonus, or attack damage bonus, which will do to our archer there. But not too much, apparently. Let's go ahead and finish him off. There we go. And that should fill everyone's health up all the way. Pretty much almost did with the warrior, and it should be good enough to be able to not have to worry about using any items, so we'll continue on here. It looks like we are going to be facing a level 12, which I'm not looking forward to. That's alright, I think we're level 11 or 12 around that same time, so it's probably fine. Again, same strategy, just gonna guard at the front here, let them come to us, let them get out of position. their leader is the medic, so I can simply just focus my... No, I was going to say maybe just totally focus on her. Well, maybe we can still do that. Looks like the tank there did have the full guard up, so he did protect her there a little bit. And Mage is going to send a lot of flames there. Do a little damage to my warrior. And I just want to focus my attention on Mage. The leader, aka medic. And there's our assist chance, and we'll be able to finish her off, which will beef up the enemy team, and also have them without a medic.
Right there.
These are all good things. Archer is going to do a little bit of damage to me, but that's going to be fine. Let's go ahead and focus our attention on the Mage here. There we go. And let's go ahead and quick kill ourselves. So our medic doesn't have to worry about killing me. Oh, again, he had a heavier guard, so I was kind of messed up my attack right over him instead of hitting him. He went a lot higher. Not sure if that's just because the character that has like level 17 can launch people up higher or not. Again, the poison mist isn't going to affect us because we do have poison mist on all of the characters. And it should be pretty much game from here. It's just the mage and archer left, and no form of defense. So we can just steamroll them right into the ground. Got the archer left, and we'll use our archers to start doing some damage to them. Looks like he'll use poison gun. He'll actually put it on the one of our characters who's not sure if had poison gun. Someone that we hired on. But we will finish him off with that last attack, winning us the match. Looks like our medic did get a level up there.
Now I'll be more useful to everyone.
Go ahead and put it into magic damage, I think. I'm pretty sure she does magic damage with her acid. Although you'd think it'd be physical. I don't know though. I'm not sure. I bet somewhere in her talent it kind of explains that. But instead of that, let's go ahead and put it into her agility, which will allow her to move a lot quicker and get out of any tight spots if we need to do that. Looks like we will take over the point there. So now let's go ahead and focus on their other castle here. Starting starting off, we will start off with a level 13 with a bunch of arrow shields, and it looks like we do have ally support attacks going on over there. So what I'm going to do is try to keep them from moving from that area. So I'm going to go ahead and move my tanks up close and personal. So I hope we'll keep them in the spot there. And let's just go ahead and warrior. Can I do an acid on my character? Should be able to. Yeah, I think we can do fine. There we go. The enemy team will throw some poison at me again. It's not going to affect me as much since we do have poison on. The mage is charging. That should go ahead and interrupt. I really wanted to take out that warrior, but yeah, we'll have to focus our attention on the mage instead. Now we can focus our sights on the warrior. Oops. So like hitting the wall instead of pretty tall. Enemy there. Wondering when that our armament is going to go down. Again, the mage is casting her spell, so I'm going to interrupt her real quick. There's our support. That's going to do a lot of damage to the enemy back line there. And looks like we'll get another support that's going to actually heal our team. So let's go ahead and finish this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and guard my character here. I'm not going to bother healing him because we will be getting support here. It looks like we got another support there. Some more artillery strikes. So we're just going to go ahead and move all of our characters up front. Keep them from moving forward too much. Their medic through with some acid, doing quite a bit of damage, but that's fine. Again, we'll just get that back once support comes in. Now I'm going to kind of push back the other way. I want to push forward and oh no, it's a killer. What's a killer instead? How about that? Actually, it might be able to kill these guys before it survives. Although I want to stay around for at least the heal, just to get So now we'll get 40% of our health back, thanks to one of our team members.
Thank you!
So glad.
And we should be able to finish off the leader from here. If not now, then Parliament will be able to take him out if we want to hit, but yeah, we will finish him right here and then. Got another level with our mage.
Compliment me.
Let's go ahead and put 1 point into vitality, and the rest in magic. That should be good. And she learned Cyclone. And everyone should be good on health, so we'll go ahead and go into the next battle here. Okay. Enemy called the Straw Hats. Most likely from reference to One Piece. And again, it looks like we got some ally support. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and push forward to make sure they don't advance far up. Although, I'm going to be doing some damage to him here. He's probably going to get it back in no time with this thing. Just, doesn't focus on him. Maybe I can take advantage of that.
Beg your pardon.
Now, I gotta remember that there is artillery back there, so I don't want to advance my troops up too much to get hit in the crossfire. What should I focus on? I'm gonna focus on the warrior, but I'm afraid he's gonna get healed by the medic, so let's go ahead and take the medic out first. I wasn't able to hit her too much, unfortunately. In fact, I went the wrong direction, so now the armament is going to probably miss her. Right. Focus on her still there. Here comes the armament. Hopefully that gets the medic as well. I'm pretty sure it's going to miss her though. We'll see. Going to take out the mage and the archer there. I just missed the medic, unfortunately. Now we'll focus on more damage on the medic. And finish her off. And now we can focus our on the leader. Ah, damn it. And messing up my attack because he had heavy passive on. Warrior, but it looks like he will survive another day here, and we can heal him back up. Do some more warrior as well. Looks like we got another strike going on to the enemy team there. Let's go ahead and heal up our warrior friend.
Thank you.
There we go. So he's back to full health. Again, I really don't see the point of flaming this. I mean, they're more annoying than they are deadly. I mean, I'd rather spend the action points on just doing a quick series of attacks than actually putting down that effective. And it should be pretty much game over from here. Oh yeah, especially we'll be able to finish off the mage. Now, again, I want to be careful and not get into the crossfire of our armament, so I'm going to stand right here until it comes. Use the archer to do damage until it comes and does damage to him. So here it comes. And that should actually finish off. Oh, just barely though. Just barely standing. We're going to see. Oh, spirit trap. Freaking spirit trap. Another spirit trap. Come on. Looks like we'll just stand right here instead. Okay, that should be it for the spirit trap, so we can go ahead and advance some more. Ah. Can't quite reach him. That should do it. And that is that. Looks like we got 2 levels out of that.
I have the power.
That's going to continue to do magic resistance. And some constitution and stamina.
My talent scares even me.
And let's do vitality for him. And probably constitution as well. That should be it. It looks like the operation has ended. Looks like we will be victorious yet again. So we'll get some gold out of it. Well, some royals. That should be pretty much the game from here. We did get a new items since we did get level 13. That would probably give us more high-level weapons and armor. So we'll go ahead and check those out here in a second. First, I'm going to go ahead and check out the policy and go ahead and claim those that we got there. There we go. And now we'll check the shop real quick. Yeah, we got now a curse support. So we can call a cursed rocket to support our troops and allies in the next battle. And yes, we do get new weapons as well. One being called a rune sword, so let's go ahead and grab that one. That's going to raise my attack by 7. The wood bow will increase it by 4, so we're not going to focus on that. I usually like to see like how much damage or attack I can gain. This one being 5, I think 5 is like a good number to go ahead and upgrade weapons with. So upgrade that instead of just buying it every time that these weapons come in. That way you can actually save some gold and be able to do more with it. I'm going to go ahead and get this defense 2 though. Again, the wood arrows are going to give me another attack point, so it's not worth getting. And it looks like the magic vial will give me another 5, so we'll go ahead and grab that one as well. And we should probably go ahead and buy armor as well. Illusionist nose, blue ribbon. Illusionist nose. Yeah, it's a pretty big upgrade for defenses as far as that goes. Although now all my characters are going to have clown noses instead of this cool looking mask, so that's unfortunate, but let's go ahead and increase our armor. We got silver ring or silver bangle. Bangle just gives us 1 silver ring. Oh, huh. It gets rid of a lot of our magic defense for but sacrificing our defense, our physical defense, so not really worth it in my view. So we're just gonna keep with what we have right now until we get better gear. Let's go ahead and equip all that real quick. Let's see, rune sword. Shield. Illusionist nose. Very lame now. Magic vial. Illusionist nose. Again, we didn't need to change our bow or anything. We do need to change out the nose. She didn't need an upgrade either. There we go. So now all my characters have clown noses. but also upgraded armor as well as weaponry. So it'll be a lot more effective in battle. I think the last thing to show off in the beta is going to the capital, and we'll just go ahead and do one of these real quick, just to kind of show you everything that there is to this game. And then after that, we'll go ahead and call it. So, you can go to each and every single capital as long as you're allied with them. Say the ones you can't go to are the ones that you're not allied with or you're at war with. And here you can talk to the villagers, you can get a bunch of cool items with your royal currency. You can go to the plaza, and when you go here you can talk to like different people. Sometimes when you talk to them they'll give you stuff, or they'll also give you quests and rewards. All you have to do is just simply talk to them. Actually, the best time to talk to them is whenever you finish up a war, and then they might give you something. But we can go ahead and go to the royal castle, which is the ruler of this area, and we can go ahead and get our report as well as possibly some royal goods as well.
I knew you were coming. Now report your military gains.
So we did just have 3 battles, so we can go ahead and talk to her, and she sometimes gives you something. Most of the time.
You've been on the battlefield often. Enthusiasm is good, but don't overdo it. This is a reward for your military gains.
So see, there you go. If you desire protection machine.
Does that conclude your report? Survival is worth more than any military gain. I will pray for your safe return.
And so that's what happens whenever you do your finish your battles or whatnot. You just come to her and she'll give you some cool stuff. You can go to barracks. Here you can vote for what you should invade next, or who you should treaties are based on using certain abilities and stuff in battle. So right now the top one is skill plus treaty, and so remember back in when we were playing the game, hit square, they'll bring up the menu where we can use our abilities for our friendly people, which will allow them to put down support fire or support healing. And so with this treaty, this will make it where it only costs half as much. And your people who are allied with this nation can vote to figure out what treaties that they prefer to have. So say that some people want the skill treaty, maybe some want to do the ballistic treaty, which will increase the performance on the ballistas or the cannon or what have you. So that's kind of what this represents here. Then you have the planned invasion again. It's a team-based thing, so you can actually vote like what area to invade next, or what area to defend, or what have you. And then once the voting is decided, then your character, then you'll be able to invade that area if you want to, or defend an area, or what have you. And then development, this will, if you have the material, you can come in here and, give your team, or cannons by simply just giving resources for the development for your area. So if you have the resources and you don't need them, you can simply come in here and spend the, say I got protection machine, I can put this, get its coins in, that will put in protection, cannons or catapults or ballistas or what have you. You can also do research as well, and this will make no, I'm not really sure what this does for you. I guess research ranged weapons provide wood to speed up research and increase inventory. Okay. So, say at the end of the battle, if you have enough resources, then these weapons will be placed within the market for your capital. So if you just simply put in resources into here, then these items, you know, as successful, will show. Oops, hold on, damn it. I meant to go to market, not back to base. 1 second, guys. Sorry. 1 second. 1 second. Keep that in mind. Hold that train of thought. I'm gonna go back to the capital. Talking about the research and how that benefits you. Okay, so yeah, in the barracks, if you do research for the for weapons or proxine or gems or whatever you want to call it, then these weapons will show up in the marketplace. So you go here, you go to the national shop, and whatever you put points into researching will show up in here. So like you can see here, there's already a falchion, jet black dagger, and a saint bow. And you can spend your royals that you got from the battles you've won, and you can put, you know, go ahead and grab these items. Keep in mind though that, like, you know, this sword here is only is for level 24 characters. So unless you are 24, or if you're 23 or below, you will not be able to use these weapons here. But that's basically what the research does. You can train in that, and then you can, you know, come back here and pick it up. There's also the broad street. If you have like plans or schematics, you can come here and forge it and make different weapons or what have you. Or if you have like a weapon that you want and you want to create an extra slot for your like an extra slot for gems and whatnot to put into your weapons, you can just come here, simply upgrade, and you can add more gems to your weapon and whatnot. In trading posts, if you have like a lot of territory, then you can you'll have more material that you can buy from your trading post here. The less territory you have, the less you know, higher level material that you will see in this trading shop. And like, you know, right now I can only grab one of these stones if I want to. That's only, you know, how much they have in here right now with that territory that we own right now. But yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much there is to the demo. Nothing more than that. And, you know, hopefully you're able to learn from this. I was really confused coming into this, but, you know, you just have to get used to it and play it and select all the things in order to, like, understand and familiarize yourself with with all the stuff here. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, and again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to put them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I might not know the answer, but I might have somewhat of an idea. So with that, you guys continue staying awesome, and I will see you guys next time. Laters!